Hello world, I'm Chris Pirillo. Almost Happy New Year for me. We're moving from 2015 to 2016, and as a gift, I'm doing another free live stream for everybody. Now I know you're thinking, well, Chris, that's really not much of a gift. Well, you know that I do a live stream every day, at least one live stream every day. Now I'm doing more than one. This chat room at live.pirillo.com is open for all of my subscribers. Head over there right now if you'd want to join us in chat. If you're not a subscriber there yet, you can be one. Today, or tonight really, it is officially 11 p.m. Pacific. Do not spoil it for me. If you're already in 2016, I'm not there yet, okay? Like, don't tell me anything about it, because I haven't gotten there. I've gone overboard to make sure that everything I talked about in relation to The Force Awakens, at least for the first couple of weeks, was labeled with spoilers. I think we're now past that point, though. Like, if you haven't seen the movie yet, instead of avoiding spoilers, you should just go see the movie. Which I'm not doing tonight. I don't know when I'm going to see it again. But I am playing a ton of Star Wars Battlefront. I've been streaming that to live.pirillo.com. And then tonight I decided to experiment with the YouTube gaming capabilities. And I did it briefly, but honestly, I didn't mind it so much. And I may start to stream my Star Wars gameplay in that channel. Even though, when I set up the LockerGnome Geek Lifestyles, I wasn't really sure what it was going to be. If you go over to youtube.com/LockerGnome, which, by the way, is completely different than youtube.com/Chris Pirillo, then you would see everything that I've done there lately. 2 game streams tonight. So, if you love Star Wars as much as I do, well, you may want to subscribe to youtube.com/LockerGnome. Or this channel. This is an AMA. It's an open AMA. It's for anybody to participate. Normally, when I do TLDR every weekday live, I do it for my patrons. Head over to chrispirillo.com for more information on becoming a patron. I'm going to be blowing this randomly throughout the broadcast. So if you weren't already falling asleep, I'm going to keep you from falling asleep. I'm also going to be drinking. This New Year's nog is amazing. And I will warn you, not about spoilers, because I will talk about spoilers. I will warn you that I am probably going to get snarky. I'm just going to tell you. I'm being honest with you. I don't know why it is, but when I do live things, I get snarky. So if you don't like snarky Chris, you probably don't like me. But I recognized that when I was doing the gaming earlier in the LockerGnome channel. I got very snarky. Some guy asked, and I should have gone back and told him what I really thought, because I know what he meant. He asked what I thought about Rouge 1, and it's a big typo. People keep typing Rouge 1, and it's funny to me, right? So I said, well, I think it's going to be great if you like French makeup, or something like that. It was Snarky Chris. Snarky Chris was in full effect. And it's not that I, meant for Snarky Chris to come out. Just, he does. So, if we don't have a ton of questions that haven't already been answered like a bazillion times by me, because those are the questions I tend to avoid. That's really when Snarky Chris comes out. Or when there's a typo. That's when Snarky Chris pops his head out. Or if someone talks smack, then I tend to smack back. I am looking forward to Rogue One. I actually just replied to a tweet from Forcecast and CC'd, I think it was Collector's Cantina, because I saw their reply, what expectations are for Rogue One. And the only thing I expect is that it's not going to be episodic. That's it. I expect it's going to be a Star Wars movie, and I'm very, very excited for it. If it's Star Wars, just assume I'm excited. Just assume. Someone just asked me what my New Year's resolution is. It is officially 1024 by 768. That is my New Year's resolution. Very happy about that. I've got a few New Year's resolutions. One is specifically to keep this weight off. I lost a great degree of weight, I think, about 20, 30 pounds, when Jerry, Barnacle Nerdgasm Berg, there, now I've officially completed his name, he poked my belly. He poked my belly, and I was like, yeah, I don't like that. And when a big guy like Jerry pokes your belly and tells you you're getting big, that was it. I said, that's it. I'm done. And since then, I've been able to lose my weight. that I was looking to lose a good 20 or 30 pounds. Some people haven't been watching every day, even though we do video every day. The vlog still happens every day. Other random fun videos get recorded every day. The New Year's resolution for video stuff, I'm going to continue to produce a good degree of tech content every weekday for my patrons, and then other bonuses for the patrons at chrispirillo.com. But for me, I want to, more finely tune what it is that I'm producing for the greater community, or the community that's still with me. Because quite honestly, a lot of people have moved on, and that's fine. I don't mind. They're looking for different kinds of tech video. It's great. I don't want to fawn over the latest gadget, because quite honestly, a lot of them don't impress me. And I'd rather talk about the deeper impact that technology has in our lives. I love software. I love talking about trends. So I end up putting a lot of that in TLDR and reserve it for those who are my patrons. But I'm experimenting with the idea of 3 things, or 3 ideas, or 3 thoughts, or 3 reasons, or 3 somethings every weekday. Like I did the other day, 3 things geeks could bring to a New Year's Eve party. One guy complained. He said, well, I could have used this earlier. I'm like, well, patrons got it earlier. I don't know what to... Shrug emoji. I don't know what to do. So my New Year's resolution is to try to do 3 things for TLDR, the beginning of TLDR every weekday. It may not be tech-related, but, of course, as I said, most of the tech of TLDR, the LockerGnome Daily Report, is going to be reserved specifically for patrons. Most of that tech talk, the tech news, and the tech questions and answers specifically. But I'm thinking every weekday to do 3 things. 3 things you can do to make your breakfast more awesome. 3 things you can do to improve your reading comprehension skill. Any 3 random things that I might be interested in. 3 Lego sets that you need to get immediately. That could be one. I found a ton of these at my local store. Well, one store that sells Lego, not the Lego store. This is the, I guess, a block that has 4, or cube, not a block. Well, I guess it is a block. 4 unique minifigures, or at least 1 unique minifigure, the superhero. And I have 2 of these. And this one I may very well unbox in this live broadcast. I'm happy to say that. You just joined, Melissa Gorski. Well, Happy New Year's to you as well. Jedi should be joining us. I've got a couple of questions. Thank you, Eric. And Liz. Liz woke up. Any New Year's traditions? We really don't have any. I've done live streams before. I guess that's as traditional as it gets. Another New Year's resolution. I'm going to do my best to expand my fandoms and branch out, if you will. I've recently made a partnership with TFAW, and if you head over to go.tagjag.com/TFAW, I believe there's a discount on the other side. They're sending me some new comics, including the all-new Inhumans #1. Cannot wait for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to spin up again. It is my favorite part of the MCU, so I'm looking forward to picking up this series. Trying other comics that I otherwise wouldn't read. They sent a Lucifer along, as well as The Walking Dead, though I know I'm not much of a zombie horror guy at all. I'm going to read it, going to try it. Yeah, I will. Dragon Age 2, look at that. Magi Killer. I don't know. I didn't do Dungeons & Dragons because my parents, as I noted the other day in TLDR, my parents feared it would lead to Satanism. Well, Jedi, I hate to say this, your daddy is not a Satanist. He loves Satin, so he might be a Satanist. And I don't know if that's really a thing. Kyle Anus HD. I'm sorry, it could be Anus. Sorry.
I did that too.
Did you see the Anakin / Darth Vader concept art? I have not picked up the art of The Force Awakens yet. I do want to. I am sitting in front of, well, not just the Star Wars annual comic, which I read, actually, of the Darth Vader. It's okay, hon. It's okay. Diana's vlogging, bless her heart. I'm good with the vlog today.
So cute, though.
I'm good. She looks cute on the stream.
Yeah,
This stream stays in posterity. Unless you want to record this for your channel.
I could.
You could. I'm not editing anything. That's another New Year's resolution. I'm going to try to edit less video, which you may wonder, what does that mean for the vlog? It probably means the vlogs are going to be potentially shorter. Some of them possibly even shot live. You want Mommy? Or do you want the Darth Vader something? Here, you want this one? You didn't want that one earlier. The Star Wars annual is absolutely worth picking up. Very awesome. She wants you again, I think. I fear. Whoa! Something she should not be grabbing. It's okay.
Would you grab
Okay.
baby?
Other questions. Travis Barton asks, has he checked out the X-Wing game? Which X-Wing game? The classic one? I don't know if I have. I used to play with Rogue Squadron. Loved Rogue Squadron. Loved it. Though I'm not very skilled at the vehicles in Battlefront. I've been playing a lot more Battlefront. My review is still, hardcore gamers call it casual. Casual gamers call it too hardcore. And I think EA could do a fantastically better job with the game. Even though I have improved my gameplay, as you've likely seen, it's still not what I want it to be. At all. Jose Ruiz asks, hey Chris, what do you think of Kylo Ren? Do you think he was the best pick for the next shoes after Dark Darth Vader? Happy New Year. Jose, you probably, and I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all. I've done 3 reviews of The Force Awakens, and I'm not even done. I want to do at least 1, maybe even 2 or 3 others with other Star Wars YouTubers. And I've mentioned this in the video. Kylo Ren is a completely different character. And this is really what upsets me when people flippantly say, well, Star Wars The Force Awakens is the same thing as Episode 4. No, it's not. And I've explained this almost until I was blue in the face. I'm ready to go on a Kylo Ren tantrum. And by the way, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm sorry. It's past the point of excusability. You've had plenty of time. I'm going to talk about the movie. And it's not my problem at this stage. Instead of avoiding spoilers, go see the freaking movie, okay? That's not Snarky Chris. The thing about Kylo Ren is that he is completely opposite from what we saw in Darth Vader. We see Darth Vader, he's fleshed out, he's calm, cool, collected, he's in charge. Kylo Ren is all over the map, man. Erratic, emotional, petulant. And if anything, Kylo Ren is what we wanted to see. What some of us wanted to see Anakin Skywalker be. Not Darth Vader. Darth Vader was fleshed out. Kylo Ren, he's still fleshing himself out. It's fantastic how they just crafted that movie. And I heard this in, I think, the Rogue Squadron podcast last night. Oh, that's what I was listening to, hun. They were breaking down the music and the score and talking about, interesting Easter eggs in the score, which was fascinating to me. It gets better. Every time I see it, it gets better. And honestly, I can't think of any other Star Wars movie that felt that way. I'll be flat out honest. The Force Awakens gets better every time you see it. Ray J's World, have you tried out Sling TV yet? No, I haven't. That was me kind of falling asleep. It's a good question. I have not. I have absolutely no plans in bringing it anywhere near me because it doesn't really offer anything that I might need. I'm happy with my streaming stuff, honestly. And plus, as I've mentioned many times in TLDR, the less tech I have to manage, the happier I am. Honestly, I'm not a fan. As much as some people want to shove me in that mental box, anybody who's been listening knows that it's just not. It's not as not interesting. It is interesting. It's fascinating, but I'd rather talk about the deeper trends. How what was it that I mentioned in the news the other day that if you have a smart TV, that's going to be the next wave of cybercrime is going to happen by way of the smart TV. That was news. I'm like, well, what do you want me to do about it? I was sitting here saying don't connect a TV to the internet. For years I was saying that. Don't do it. Bad idea. Amy just commented that Jedi is getting big and almost looks like a little girl. Well, yes, I'd hope she looks like a little girl. She's a little girl. But you should be watching the vlogs every day. I definitely try to get her in there. Of course, if she's around, I'm around, and she's in a good mood. She's a good chunk of the vlogs. In fact, I personally prefer that she was more of the vlogs than just me. I really like seeing how she's progressing and moving along. It's fun. And maybe I'm just saying that as a very proud father, but I'll always be a proud father. It's probably the best role in my life is being a father. Kyle Annis HD asks, what Star Wars spinoff do you think they should make? Honestly, I want an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.-esque live-action Star Wars show that is done like Deep Space Nine. I was a huge fan of Deep Space Nine. Huge fan of Deep Space Nine. Oh, Eric explained further, as opposed to a baby instead of a little girl. I get it. I know what you're saying now. Sometimes, you gotta pardon me here. I'm not quite as awake as I was this morning. I am awake, though. I may get on and play more Battlefront, too. It's a new addiction. I still am not a fan of the game, though. I mean, it just needs to be more. Other questions here. Oh, I wanted to do this, but Diana disappeared. First, I found this. This is a bowl, cup, spoon set. The bowl is separate here from the cup. It looks like they're one and the same. Darth Vader stuff. Really cool. 3 pieces. Neat. They also have an R2-D2 one. I almost got it for Jedi. Almost. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll go back to the store if they still have it and get it for Jedi for her Valentine's Day gift. It's pretty neat. Pretty fantastic. I don't know where it's going to go yet. I'm doing my best to trying to stick to just the figures. By the way, we're still giving away that TIE Pilot. If you weren't already aware, with Sideshow Collectibles, I've mentioned that in a couple of the Force Awakens reviews. But now that you've listened this deeply into the AMA, now you know too. I was hoping Diana was going to be up here because I wanted to try the WoW box. It's Japanese candy, and I wanted to try it here during the live broadcast. I thought it'd be funny. What do we have? Did you hear Lucas apologize for calling Disney white slavers? I forgive him. You know, it was in jest. He said it and he kind of laughed. You know it was in... Anybody who took that seriously, come on, dude. Come on. Come on. No, it wasn't serious. The fact that he even had to apologize for it is just... To me, is sad. But I knew he was joking. He was joking! When you hear him say it, he was... Why does everybody want to take everybody seriously? Don't take people so seriously sometimes. Let's see here. Ask Chris if he can find a way to review the PlayStation Vue. I don't have one. Both have Disney XD for cord cutters who want to watch the Star Wars Rebels. Well, there you go. Get it. I have no intention on getting it anytime soon, though. Honestly, if tech doesn't show up, I don't go out of my way to buy it. Because inevitably, it sits around doing nothing. Now, I don't mind this sitting around doing nothing because it's collectible. It's not necessarily going to lose value. Tech, on the other hand, if I don't have a use for it, and I'm sorry, your review is just not enough of a use for it, it's a tool to me. It's like buying another screwdriver. So, hey, I say get whatever thing you need to get Disney XD because you should be watching Star Wars Rebels. Ooh, what do we have here? This is... I don't know how to translate. I opened the bag... Can anybody translate this for me? Blender Killer. All right, you entered the giveaway. Is that Mitch? I'm getting used to everybody's usernames and real names. What is that? It's fruit. I think I'm eating fruit here. It's Japanese fruit candy. Oh, look at this. Gels. Whoa. Got gels flying all over the place. I'm going to try to continue to answer questions. Hey, Chris, what Force Awakens toys collectibles would you want to see? I'd like to see the Electrostaff. Asks Sammy Ghosh. I don't know. I'm a huge fan of figures. I want to see all of Maz Kanata's castle creatures. That's what I want. I just... The 3 and 3/4 inch figures, specifically in the classic scale with 5 POA is fine by me. I want more action figures. Fruity gels. It means fruit sweets. Thank you, Wu Jia Hao. Very nice. Oh, Pirillo Cuevas asks, is Star Wars Insider worth subscribing to? This is fantastic. So, I like those. Those are yummy. Oh, by the way, a ton more in here. I will be getting to them in a second. But since this question is one that just came on my radar, I do subscribe to Star Wars Insider. There's the back. The Star Wars app. Here's my feeling. Good candy. It's a little tingly. I don't know if that's the beer talking. The thing that I did the other day was 3 things you can do to save money in the new year. I don't know if it's public for everybody yet, but a spoiler alert. I talked about getting rid of subscriptions that you don't necessarily use. I love Star Wars Insider. I really do. I mean, it's really cool. Like, I love the ads. Here, I get to find out, what's on sale, what's coming up, more information, backstories, and I believe everything in here is canon or listed as canon. Interviews have never been something that have necessarily been my thing. I mean, it's kind of neat. Trivia, of course, photos and stuff. But as a magazine, the money that I'm spending, I just feel could go elsewhere. I had the previous, and by the way, one of the least favorite things about The Force Awakens is Leia's style there. She's beautiful. She's absolutely stunning. But I think they could have done better than Bram Stoker. Gary Oldman's Dracula. I was trying to say Bram Stoker. That's what it reminds me of. Dracula. Gary Oldman's Dracula hairstyle there. But Leia was awesome, and Carrie Fisher was awesome. I'm not slagging her. I'm slagging that choice of a style, and she had no control over it. Cool stuff. Great backstories. But as I mentioned in terms of how to save money, you got to think through what you subscribe to today. I mean, we're referring to cord cutters earlier. And figure out, well, what are you taking advantage of? What are you not taking advantage of? And I'm sorry, I just don't know if I necessarily can justify that cost anymore. I'm getting every comic. If it's a Star Wars comic, I have it. The Marvel series, at least. That's something that I would love to see more of. But I'll eventually get to the stories. But I had the Star Wars Insider sitting on my nightstand for the longest time. And when I got to it, I already knew everything that was inside there, apart from the unique stories and articles. A lot of the news really wasn't news to me anymore. So it's one of my subscriptions that I'm going to cut off. And that's something that I suggested people could do to save money in the new year. This is Bourbon Something. Bourbon Something. Dan Kim asks, what opinions do you have on the Sphero BB-8? Dude, I've done like 3, 4, 5 videos on the Sphero BB-8. So my recommendation is, if you want to know my opinion, you should watch one of my Sphero BB-8 videos. I love BB-8s. I love the Sphero BB-8. That's all you need to know immediately. That's not a spoiler. I'm just saying that if you want to know my extended thought, I'm telling you, watch my videos. I mean, it's a good question. What are my opinions? But I've done them 5 times over. I even gave one away. And thank you for asking. I appreciate it. So I don't know what this is yet. What does that say? Baum roll. It's a bourbon Baum roll. Baum roll? Is that right? I'm looking for other questions here. Where could I get posters signed by the cast? What's the best way? Asks Thiner Cooley. Best way to do that is get them in person. I would not recommend ever buying an autograph online. Ever. Ever. Don't ever buy an autograph online because there's so many people who will cheat you. In fact, Mark Hamill has gone as far as to tweet about this to try to keep people from getting illicit memorabilia. Really, not just illicit, illegitimate, I should say. Well, it should be illicit. So there we go. I don't know what this is. Melissa Gorski said, I watched every single one of his videos and was one of the first subscribers before he hit 75,000. Dude, I'm glad you're still around. I really am. Not many people are. It's kind of waxy. Cakey. Diana might like this. Okay. Well, there you go. I'm not getting any bourbon. But this is an Imperial Stout, so that may be taking something away. Next question. I have to look down, by the way. That's why my head's going down. I'm looking down because I have to look over my glasses. I could go for a TV show, says Ray J's World, based on Knights of Ren, of the Old Republic. Or, I'm sorry, Knights of the Old Republic. Would you watch that? I would, but it'd have to be, it's obviously going to be canon. Honestly, I think a Star Wars live-action show is going to happen. I really genuinely do. And I'm very much looking forward to it. I don't know. I'd go for anything. I don't think there's anything that they could say that would make me be disappointed. If it's Star Wars, I'm happy. And I'm not necessarily a fan of the expanded universe. A lot of people are really still upset about that. Very upset about Legacy. I'm not. I say that's not Star Wars anymore. It's Star Wars E. Star Wars-ish. Cavacito JST asks, I wonder if Chris is upset that Han Solo and Leia got together or had Kylo Ren. What? Why would that upset me? I don't know why that would upset me. Okay, I've had that one now. Hon, you're missing out on the Japanese candy stuff or snacks. Honey? She can't hear me. Dan Kim, since you are playing Battlefront these days, have you thought about trying out Disney Infinity 3.0 and the new Force Awakens playset? I have played the Force Awakens, Disney Infinity 3.0. Obviously, you know that I have a lot of the figures because I showed them in the vlog. But I do plan on playing even more. I don't have the Force Awakens playset yet. I've largely been playing in the toy box and having fun in that. I played through a challenge with Boba Fett. That was a lot of fun. That got uploaded to the channel too. So these are little crunchy things. I don't know what this translates as, but a little sweet, like tater tots. Crunchy tater tots. Tater tots? Is that right? Nguyen asks, I'm sorry, Dang is his last name. Hey Chris, what are your thoughts on the show called Game of Thrones? You may not watch the blog, but I love Game of Thrones. What is your favorite scene or thing that happened out of all the Star Wars films? Asks Bear56. Or, I'm sorry, is that Bear56 or Bears 6? I need better glasses, I guess. I don't know if I have a favorite thing. I always loved the cantina. The Jabba's Palace, I think, is my favorite scene, if only because of the creatures. Maz Kanata's castle, may be a very close second to that. I think it's cool to see different creatures. Hi, baby. You want to try some Japanese snackage? Oh, you do? Well, come here and take a bite. You'll like this, I think. It's crunchy. It's crunchy, crunchy. See if you can get just a part of it in your mouth. All right. I'm holding it up to the camera to see if anybody out there can be translating. Paul James asks, are you going to be doing any more Lego builds? The funny thing is I've got Lego sets sitting on the desk. I've been kind of wondering what I'm going to do with the LockerGnome Geek Lifestyles channel. And tonight I was playing around with streaming Battlefront there, and it was seemingly successful. I have been very, very, thoughtful, or mindful, I should say, not thoughtful, mindful of what to do with that. We've got a place to stream into, and it may very well turn out that I stream my live Lego builds into the LockerGnome YouTube channel, youtube.com/LockerGnome. So it could happen. Same place where I'll be posting, game stuff. Because it's not just about Star Wars necessarily, although I have in the title now with Star Wars in that channel. I'm holding this up because it's the next thing I'm going to eat, and I have no idea what the hell it is. Movie Man Mania 26 asks, do you think we'll be getting a Rogue One teaser soon? I'd imagine at Comic-Con. Dekuman asks, Chris, when are you going to see it again? I want to see it soon. I really do. I want to see it in the IMAX with my dad. I want to see it in 2D. I may ask if Slav wants to go with me and see it in 2D. I'd like to get some memorabilia because I don't have anything with, or I don't have anything from the movie apart from what I ordered online. Like when you go to the theater, sometimes they give you stuff that you can take home that is memorabilia, Star Wars memorabilia. My theater that I went to see The Force Awakens in didn't have anything. Nothing. So I'd like to see if I can go to a theater that has something. And to see it in 2D on the big screen. I'd like to see it with Diana, but sometimes that's not exactly practical. Oscar Luna asks, have you read The Force Awakens book adaptation? I have not yet read it, but I've already read the differences between the movie and the book, which is primarily what I'd be interested in. So it's pretty cool. Being able to read the differences between the movie and what plays out in the book. And I'm fine with that for now. I don't really have a lot of extra time to read. So it seems that we have tablets. Whatever I held up there was tablet. Ray J asks, who's my favorite character in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Not terribly sweet. Tart. Very soft, too. Not bad. Not bad at all. I don't know if I have a favorite. I really genuinely don't have favorite characters. I mean, yeah, I collect Darth Vader things, but he's not necessarily my favorite character. I don't have favorite characters. I just enjoy the ensemble. It's like, what's your favorite Star Wars movie? I don't know. I can't do it. I can't pick a favorite. I can't. When are they actually going to end Ward? Okay. No, I'm not going to issue any spoilers because I got to be careful. Some people, well, I don't think they're going to end Ward is what I'm going to say. Why do you think, who do you think, asks Kyle, who Ray's parents are? We talked about this in one of the reviews the other day. I don't know if I know. I hesitate to guess too much because I want to be surprised. I don't want to speculate. it could go a variety of directions. I don't know. I really don't know. It could be Skywalker, could be Solo, could be a Kenobi, could be so many possibilities. I'm not sold on anything. I don't know what this is. I don't even know if I'm holding it right side up or upside down. So if anybody out there is able to translate for me, just let me know. Thank you. I am looking for the next questions. This Century Games asks, "Hey Chris, have any Hot Toys Star Wars figures?" I have a Sideshow Collectibles, and I don't think it's the same as Hot Toys. I don't chase a lot of them, as much as I like them and I think they're amazing. I don't chase them. It's not my scale. I'll be honest with you. These are like chocolate cookie cones. Ain't bad. Not bad at all. What is the silliest Star Wars collectible? Sorry, I missed who asked this question. I have so many. Where do I begin? If it has Darth Vader on it all and it's unique, I'll probably have it. It's so hard to talk about favorite things because they're all my favorite. That's why I have them. I don't chase after the bigger figures, even though I like them. 6 scale stuff. They're beautiful. They're amazing, detailed, incredible. But I was always a fan of the 3 and 3/4 inch figures, 3.75 inch figures, 5 POA. I'm a fan of that scale. It's the scale. It wins me over. Everything else is great, but that's what I like most. Let's see here. Melissa also notes when Star Wars ended, the new one, I almost cried. No joke. I loved it so much. Tomorrow I'm going to see it for the 3rd time. You're awesome, Melissa. You may not have seen my official review. I'm moving on to these. I don't know what these are. My official review. If you watched my official review of The Force Awakens, you will know that I cried. I got choked up. I still think we need to peel that out as a separate video. But I got choked up when I talked about Han Solo dying. I really want to take that part out of the video review, which was 2 hours long, and share it separately. But this is what we have. It looks like a French fry. It's like a crispy French fry. Jimmy Jacob asks, "Are you excited for Rogue One?" You don't even have to ask. I mean, you can. You did. Is it Star Wars? Yes, I'm excited. Just assume it. Because that's the way it's always going to be. Okay, next. Let's see here. Oh, this is a great question. This is obviously someone who knows me well. Cafecito asks, "Chris, do you still watch Frasier?" I do. But it's been not off the air. I usually tune into a local channel, but it's been suspended for the duration of the Christmas season. And these are good. These French fry things, these are pretty amazing. Do I change, or Chris, do I celebrate any Mexican traditions with Diana now that I have Jedi? Not too many. I mean, we're American, so we have heritages, but we're American. Let's see here. Pocky. Oh, I've had Pocky sticks before. Pocky MIDI. Pocky MIDI. I don't know what this is. Just trying it all. I'm a huge fan of trying. But yeah, I can't wait to get back into Frasier at the times of night. Of course, now I'm kind of playing Battlefront late at night. I tend to play the games at night. Late at night, because it's the only time I have time to play games. So I'm having some pink Pocky. Jose Ruiz asks, "Do you feel like Rey's character had it easier through the movie compared to Luke? Was learning? Had it easier? Holy cow. Rey did more than Luke. Rey was a way more believable character than Luke. From A New Hope. I mean, I'm just telling you, man. Flat out. Rey did way more to move the plot along than Luke did. I'm not the only person to point that out either." Ubaldo Guzman says, "I cried 2 times during the film. I cried when I heard the music. Ooh, it's strawberry. With a chocolate stick. It felt so much... I felt so much feels, and I was gutted when Han Solo died. Like I said, I kind of choked up when I talked about Han Solo's dying. It wasn't the actual act, it was the symbolism around it that choked me up." Thoughts on Star Trek, Chris? Well, I was mentioning this in one of the streams earlier today. I actually was watching Star Trek The Next Generation last night as I was listening to a Star Wars podcast. I'm a bizarre creature. This is pretty good. I like this one. Diana is missing out. Okay. So now I'm having kid biscuits. I don't know what this is. So I like Star Trek. As I mentioned, I think a Star Trek show, I'm sorry, Star Wars show not mirroring, but being a lot like what Deep Space Nine was would just, I'd be thrilled. And I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's my best part, or my best part. Wow, this is good beer. It's the best part of the MCU. Yeah, hands down. Okay, someone's got to go. Chris, what do you like better, Star Wars Battlefront or Star Wars 7? They're different. Sylvester Canales, they're completely different, dude. Completely. I can like it all. I don't have to pick and choose. That's the great thing about having so many options, is that I don't have to pick and choose. So it looks like we have sandwich cookies here. Some kind of filling inside. I don't like these. They're like butter cookies. Almost like butter crackers. I can barely taste the middle, too. A little sweet. I don't like those. Any opinions on the Blade Builder set for Episode 7, Jedi Master Lightsaber? Well, as you likely know because you watched the vlog, I have a couple. Hasbro sent a couple. They're pretty cool. Jedi loves them. That's why she's going. She's doing it with the builder, the saber builders. I've never been a fan of weapons like outright, like or as toys, but they're cool. They're pretty neat. I like how you can build your own. That is pretty neat. I really really like that. If you ask your question once, we'll see them. I may not be able to catch it myself, but Liz is helping and Eric is helping, and I'm very very grateful for that. Because flooding the chat makes it very difficult to pick out unique questions that haven't been asked. But if you're asking, we should be able to see it. Let's see here. What else do we have? Hang on. I got another Pocky. Boy, apparently Pocky is very popular in Japan. Because I got another Pocky in here, too. Wow. All this Pocky. Diana said that she was going to join me. I don't know where she went. Oh, of course, her mom is here. Melissa asks, what's the oldest collectible I have? Oldest collectible? I'd have to think about that. It's probably the Darth Vader, which isn't as in good condition as I would have hoped it would be, but not mint in package, but graded very well on an AFA scale, and it's protected. That's probably one of the older ones, 1977. This Pocky's like dark chocolate with a chocolate stick. It's chocolate all around. After Anakin killed younglings in Revenge of the Sith, ROTS, many fans said Darth Vader was no longer redeemable in their eyes. After seeing what Kylo Ren did, do you think he would ever be redeemable? After I saw Vader, Darth Vader at that time, or it wasn't Anakin. Anakin had turned to Vader at that stage, and when he slaughtered the learners, their younglings, he I don't know if I wouldn't say he wasn't redeemable. I mean, that's the idea of redemption. He did something that he can't take back, and I think he would be made to pay for it, and he likely suffered. I'd imagine he suffered. I mean, that's what I would hope for. But Darth Vader did some bad things, including killing kids. Evil. I wouldn't necessarily say that he wasn't redeemable, though. I mean, ultimately, he was brought to the light side. Let's see here. From which planet is Han Solo? What gives a lightsaber its color? Kyber crystal. Corellia. Okay, I'm going with the third Pocky. Boy, it's like Pocky overload here. Wow. It's crazy. Let's see here. Next question. Chris, favorite Lego minifig of the year? So many good ones. Hang on, I'm reaching. All the new Force Awakens stuff, of course. I got this poly bag. Kind of neat. I like the fact that it's like a translucent head. I should probably put this together at some point. I don't know. It's hard for me to pick favorites. Anytime anyone asks me like favorite something, I struggle with it because they're all my favorites. There's another Pocky. Pocky's good. Let's see here. Do I have any regrets? Asks SJ1 about the Star Wars Rebels series. Yeah, that they didn't start it sooner. Tech Solomon asks, have you been enjoying streaming on Twitch, Chris? I have. It's been fun. You know, it's cool to be able to play something well and have people be with you. Kim has been there, and other people have as well, and I appreciate it. But Kim's done screenshots on Twitter, and I love retweeting people. This may be evil here. This pepper thing, this is bad. This is very, 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 very bad. Kyle asks, what's the favorite pop you own? Remember, I have a big issue with favorite because it's difficult to narrow it down. But the fact that Funko gave me that Boba Fett Hikari, that is clearly like it's the prototype Boba Fett. No one else has it. I have it. I unboxed it a few weeks ago. It was awesome. Okay, so apparently we have hot rings. We'll see. Spicy. Dry. Very spicy. Very, very, very spicy. Where did I get all the delicious candy? They sent it. So I'm eating it. Wow. Oh, whew. Wow. Whew. That catches up on you quickly. Ooh. Okay, now I'm moving on to Ume. Ume? Is that what it is? Ume? Someone's going to know what all this is. Bears6 asks, did you ever once think that your daughter is the only girl with that name? Nope, not once. It's gum. This is gum. Not once. Jedi is not a unique name. How we, came about the word or the name Jedi, I think, is unique. That is incredibly unique. She is unique, but Jedi is not a unique name at all. We did it before it was popular. Because I guess someone else who was born on the night that The Force Awakens launched was named Jedi, and it made national news. There's gum. That's different. Wow, I'm almost done. I mean, I'm not eating every snack, but I'm having something from each container in here. This is the last one here. Interesting. This is good. I like this gum. Boy, Japanese do candy right. Hang on, man. I gotta move on to the last snack. This one here. I don't know what any of it is. You know what? Yeah, honestly, that's kind of what's exciting. Trying new things and not knowing what they are. Even though I still have a ton of flavor in this gum, I do want to try these. I don't know if I can. I can't bring it to myself, or I can't bring myself. Bring it to myself? I brought it to myself, obviously. Bring myself to spit out the gum. That's too good. Earl remembers the knights who say, nee! Nee! I'm going to cut this down, or I have to cut down a shrubbery with this. That's my task later. At one point, when I was substantially younger, I thought it'd be cool to name my kid Anakin. I thought it was cool. Then I grew up, and I'm like, it's... Then the prequels happened, I'm like, they were good in certain respects, but kind of destroyed the Anakin for me. Personally. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to move on to this bag here. Put everything back in the box. Diana's going to love a lot of this stuff. I don't think she's going to be disappointed with anything. Imar Kovic asks, when do you think is an appropriate time to talk about Star Wars without worrying about spoilers for others? Today. I'm flat out honest. Today. It's been how long? 2 weeks? Long enough. Long enough that people have had time. Christmas break, New Year's, come on. I know people are still seeing it for the first time, but chances are the people that are just now seeing it, I'm not saying you're not fans. I'm just saying that the hardcore fans who would be inclined to avoid spoilers have seen it. You got to draw the line somewhere, and to me, it's the first of the year. So I'm not going to apologize for it anymore. You've had plenty of time. Instead of worrying about avoiding spoilers, go see the movie. Waffle. Puffs. Not cheesy, though. Kyle Santos asks, hey Chris, any concerns about the people directing episodes 8 and 9? Nope. None whatsoever. If it happens, to be better, I'm thrilled. If it continues the story, I'm equally as thrilled. I tend not to get caught up in who's doing something. Unless, of course, I like something over and over and over again. But you might note that, even though the composition was done by John Williams, the score, a different conductor did it, or I guess helped make it happen in the beginning and the end of the movie. So I don't really have any concerns. I don't. I mean, I know some people do, but yeah, just let it be what it is, I mean, no more than I had concerns over different directors for the original trilogy. It's just not something that I'm that concerned about. Is it a bit late to be eating? No, not really. In fact, I'm done with trying the Japanese snacks. I am now moving on to the not-so-Japanese snacks. I only do this a couple times a year. I'm not pigging out. I'm snacking out. Biltong, the best beef jerky on the planet, thanks to Richard Wooding. Biltong. Well, he didn't get this for me, but he told me about it. I think he sent me the first package of Biltong. Changed my life. Best ever. Chewy. It's so good. Oh. No other jerky can compare. Oh, this is a gift from my in-laws. Oh, so good. Penelope's Pantyhose asks, how excited would you be if you found out Weird Al would be scoring the next Star Wars films? I'd actually be kind of like, huh? No. I mean, I like Weird Al. And he's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But I'd be just as concerned if it was They Might Be Giants. And I love They Might Be Giants. I'm a super president. But I think the idea of classical or symphonic orchestration for Star Wars, I think it just goes hand in hand. And it happened at a time where it just it wasn't commonplace. Like it was more of a standout back then than it is now. I'd be more concerned if Star Wars had, like what Star Trek did with Enterprise, like a pop song. I love you across the stars. I'm making that up, by the way. But I'm just saying, like, if that was a Star Wars song, I'd be like, this is so wrong. It's got to be classical, man. I don't ever want to hear an official Star Wars pop song. Although the Star Wars Christmas album was awesome. I love it. I will tell you, it's probably, like, right up there. Top 10 Christmas albums of all time. Oh, I love Biltong. Gio Soto asks, what is your most valuable Vader that I own? I don't know. I honestly don't. I own so many amazing Vaders. I can't pick. They're all great. I love every one of them. And to me, the value is deeper than... Did we pass Star Wars time? We did. 1138. We passed it. Dang it. They're all valuable. They're all equally as valuable. Whether it cost me $5, $250, $200. They're very valuable. Like, I believe, and Ben, you're watching. Ben, you're watching. I believe, and I could be mistaken, and if I am, correct me, but I believe Ben Kirk and his family sent me this last year. Ben Kirk and his family sent me this. So, is this the most valuable thing? Maybe not monetary, but it means something. Because I remember. Each item has a memory. I remember. And I treasure this kind of stuff. So it means more to me when someone sends something. It means a lot to me. I hold it close to my heart. And keep it there for a reason. This biltong is awesome. And like I said, Ben, oh, see, I was right. She's probably surprised. She's probably, wow. I have a lot of Vaders, but I try to remember. This is a 10-minute countdown. We have 10 minutes. Oh, grab your biltong. Wow. I know you want to, but do you have any plans with Jerry about doing another video together? I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Jerry and I work well together. The videos we do are always awesome. I think the last one we did, it was with Basher, wasn't it? And half of it ended up being about Star Wars. No, we did another one after that. Inevitably, you get me on topic, I'm just going to talk about Star Wars. It is not a live show.
We're here. 10 minutes.
10 minutes. All right.
We don't have grapes.
I'm eating biltong. What?
No, you're supposed to eat 12 grapes at midnight. 12 grapes.
I ain't eating raisins. I'm eating biltong.
Jedi's gonna eat raisins.
I was going to grab my phone. Charging. Here, have some Japanese candy.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. The chat room can entertain you. Huh? Huh?
I'll trade you.
Here, baby.
Here,
Here, sweetie.
you got your raisins?
The raisins are there.
Lucky raisins.
She wants the biltong. She loves the biltong. Oof. So we have less than 10 minutes now. How do you read Star Wars novels? Books or audiobooks? Asks Ray J. I don't much. Usually it's just comics, if anything. Oh, apparently this is a Mexican thing. Oh, okay, there you go. Star Wars Indiana asks, what Star Wars Legends novels have I read? It's been so long. Couldn't even tell you the title. I didn't get into the Thrawn trilogy. I think I read Heir to the Empire, just the first one, but not many. So I honestly never really got into novelizations. As much as others. Sorry, I'm balancing many things now. 11:53. There we go. Give me a second. Give me a second. I need you to hold. Can you hold it, baby? Was I holding it too high, sweetie? Can you see Jedi? Where you're sitting? Sorry, you got it? You're good? Would you like to move the raisins? Just don't get them in the carpet, baby. Did you try the Japanese candy?
Yes, it's so good.
You didn't try the Japanese
I love
candy.
it all. I tried a cookie.
You don't know.
It's so good.
It is good. It is pretty fun. I tried it all. I ate it all. I ate it all. Where do I see myself 1 year from now? Sitting in the same place. That's where I see myself. Right, baby? With a very talkative Jedi. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Jedi, it's your turn. You take over for me. Can you take over for Daddy? Can you take over for Dada? Yeah? Nom 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 nom. No? Yeah, that's an iPad. It's a Pro. Unlike your daddy. Yeah. He's just going to be sitting there his whole life. No. I play that's the reason why I play Battlefront in the bedroom. First live video I've seen on YouTube was actually by Chris doing the Surface RT unboxing in October 2012. Wow. That's funny. Wow, that's a long time ago, isn't it? Let's see here. By the way, my family are all watching. We're thankful for quieter New Year's. Exactly. Hello, Ashton's family. Jedi says, blah, 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 blah. You're going to jump off the chair there, kiddo. Say hi. Hi. Are you waving hi? Are you waving hi to everybody, sweetie? That's hi. Yay. Where are you going? No, you need to stand here. You know, there's going to come a time when I'm not going to be able to shut her up. She's like, Daddy, tell everybody that I ate a whole box of raisins. I did it. I ate the whole thing. What if she grows up to hate Star Wars? Well, it's funny you should say that. This is a very common question. My name's Christopher. I am not Christian. So, I turned out just fine. I'm agnostic, and my name's Chris. So, I turned out hating Christianity, not Christians. Sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be mean. People get upset about that. But they ask the question, I'm like, well, I'm the example. Yeah. I mean, some people are great people. Religion's a personal choice. It's not for me. That's all. That's it. I love Christians. I do. I love a lot of Christians. A lot of Christians. So it's not me hating Christians at all. It's just, it's not for me. This is a phone. And we got 4 minutes left with Jedi on the screen. Yeah, it's you. And Melissa says, I'm Jewish, it rocks. Yeah. See, she's saying Jedi, it rocks. So anybody who say, what if Jedi turns out not to like Star Wars? I turned out not to like Christianity, and I turned out just fine. I'm not going to change my name. I don't hate my parents for naming me Chris. So, what are you looking for? What are you looking for down there? There's nothing down. You didn't drop anything. You're gonna be baby. This is baby New Year. Can this count as baby New Year? Can it be baby New Year?
Can it be?
Chris, did you lose subs? I lost people who were lost to begin with, or had an idea of who I was, but I found an amazing group of people who love sprinkling raisins on the floor. Honey.
Are they everywhere?
Yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah. Okay, no baby. Let's do this. Okay. Gonna keep the raisins off the floor, because if they get ground into the floor, they're never coming out. Let's see here. Anything else? Why is your Twitch not free for all? It is. What are you talking about? You can sub to me on Twitch if you want. You can see everything. It's easy. You okay, baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just checking my phone.
Not free for all. But, baby, what are you doing? You're sprinkling raisins everywhere. Where'd the raisins go? Dirt. Oh, little wrinkly rabbit turds. There we go. Okay. Earl's here. Adam's here. Eric's here. Liz is here. The whole gang-ish. The whole ish gang. The pseudo gang is here. Hang on. 11:58. Ready to show him the blowy trick? Wait till you see her in the vlog. This is hilarious when she tries to blow it. I hate raisins, by the way. Hate them. I'm not eating raisins. We don't have wine.
They're good.
We do have wine. But hon, I'm not going to kill the whole bottle. I just had a beer. Do you hear? It's hilarious. I am so 2015. That's what Liz said. You're so 2015, baby. Oh, Okay, almost. Wait, I need an official. Oh! We lost the chat. I forgot. Oops. Here. Stand here so I can get it back up again, baby. Hurry up. Crap. Less than a minute. Hun, come here. You got to stand right here in front of the camera so that I can do this. Baby, otherwise the chat won't be in. It won't be in. Hun, you have to save New Year's.
You have to save New Year's.
Are you going to save New Year's? Save New Year's, hun. Are you saving New Year's? Okay, here we go.
Yay.
Oh, you saved New Year's. Chat is back.
I saved New Year's.
Oh, hang on. That was the beep from the Darth Vader watch. I'm looking at the time here because I have the atomic clocks in 2 positions here. It seems 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Here we go. I'm guessing how long we have until 2016. Is 2016 going to be a better year?
Yes.
One can hope. More Star Wars in 2016. It'll be a... Oh, now it's not going. It's 2016. What are you looking at? Jedi's like, she's not sucking on the bottle anymore. She's like, oh, who's ready for some Star Wars Battlefront? That's how we're going to ring in the new year, by becoming rank 45.
I gave her a kiss already.
Oh, baby New Year gets a kiss. Mwah. Mwah. Jedi wishes to wish you a very happy New Year, everybody. Blow him a kiss. You did that earlier today with Noonie and Joe Pop. Oh, I know you're drinking your bottle. She's got her baby beer, aka formula. No, it's not formula. It's the coconut almond milk. Mwah. Mwah. Mwah.
You don't even know what's going on.
Not really.
Happy New Year.
Yay! Okay, Mommy, you hold me. Daddy
do
bores
you
me.
hear the fireworks?
Better be fireworks. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm not done for the night. Like I said, I kind of want to pop into Battlefront now. I want to rank up to 45. It'll be one of my first tasks of 2015.
You didn't give me a New
Although
Year's chance.
I wish what? Oh yes, sorry.
I think that means something.
Okay, I tried to, and she denied me here. I'm like, warning, I taste like Japanese candy.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you tricked me, and I kissed the baby eyeball. Is that good luck in some cultures? Is that good luck?
I think it means our marriage will be very kissful.
It'll be kissful. Well, you heard it here first, folks. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It's kind of like a live vlog. Tons of good questions. A lot of good Star Wars questions. Right, baby? Are you good?
They can't even see that you're multitasking.
I am. I'm feeding Jedi here. Not Diana. I almost said Diana, but you are not Diana. You are not your mommy. You are not your mommy. How can you keep standing at a time like this? You should be laying down with this whole drinking of the bottle thing. You good? Okay, I guess not. Thank you. So, thank you. Okay, fine. What? What? Oh, you want up? She's trying to lift herself up here. Hang on. What? What do you want? Yes, what? Oh, the raisins? Or this one? This? This? Whoa. Excuse you. Just like Daddy, huh? Yes, you are. You're a product of your mommy and daddy. What is this? No? What? You want to hold it yourself? Oh, you want me to open it? I speak baby. I don't know if anybody knows this. That's what she wanted. She wanted me to open it. Now, are you going to just dump it out all over the floor? Please don't. Thank you. So, Happy New Year, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and wind down. Thank you for continuing to subscribe across the various places where we post content on a regular basis. Thank you for subscribing to the free LockerGnome email newsletter. You good, baby? She's good. She's spun down. Thank you for subscribing to this channel and watching the videos that we are putting out there just about every day. The vlog still happens every day. Unique videos happen every day, as I mentioned earlier. The idea of TLDR continues every single weekday, powered largely by the patrons, courtesy of ChrisPirillo.com. I am streaming gameplay. Live.Pirillo.com will redirect you. And, I'm going to be on Battlefront now on YouTube. I'm going to do it on YouTube. So you can tune into my youtube.com/LockerGnome account to see what's going on there. And that's going to be the first official task for me. Thank you very much. I do love every one of you. If you showed up, if you stuck around, you have no idea how much I appreciate you. Because not everybody does. and they think they're paying attention, but they're not. But, I believe you are. So thank you for being very special to me. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't. I just care that you care. So I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices.